Hey folks, I'm Vasel,
Jason Levine.
and today we're taking a look at another in the 3M bookshelf games series called Bazaar. Although they didn't remake Bazaar, it was made. There's newer, nicer versions of it. This is an old version using little plastic chips. This is a game in which you're trading and trading, also trading. I think that's.
But not in the Mediterranean this time.
But do you feel like that's an accurate thing?
Yes, the whole game is trading.
Oh, you get to roll dice though. Here, I'll show you. Now realize here that we are showing you an old version of Bazaar. There are newer versions, but this one actually happens to have the rules written inside the box, and it uses the inside of the box as a player section. So what you have here is you have two of these boards that are placed together at random. You can pick any two boards that you'll draw, and these show the possible trades that you can make over the course of the game. There are basically chips or jewels of the different colors available in the game. And you're also going to place stacks of cards here. These are the things that you are trying to buy. So this one needs 4 reds and a white, 2 reds, 2 whites, and a yellow. Now on your turn you have 2 options. You can roll a die, which is what you'll do most of the time, and take whatever chip it shows. So it's going to show red, blue. It might say choice, in which case you can take any chip you want. Or you can trade chips for whatever you can do here. So for example, on my turn I might have a green and a white, and I can trade them in and get 2 blues. On my next turn, I could trade the 2 blues in for 2 reds, a green, and a white. I could change that green and white in next turn for a blue, and then change them in. And so I'm slowly increasing my reds. And then maybe I'll trade one of those reds in for 2 blues and 2 yellows. So there's all kinds of trades, but some trades are going to be better than others based on the boards that you're using, but you're trying to buy these. Now when you buy one of these, so on your turn, after you either roll the dice or trade chips, you can buy something. So let's say on my turn, I have 5 red and 2 whites for whatever reason. So I have enough, I have 4 reds and a white, I buy that card. Now I'm then going to look at the scorecard that comes with the game. Now the scorecard is going to tell me the point value, and that's going to tell me how many tokens I have left. So I have 2 tokens left. So because I have 2 tokens left, normally I would get 2 points. However, in this case, that card has a star on it, so I would get 3 points. So if you have no tokens left, you are going to score more points. So trying to be efficient will get you more points. Once a whole pile of cards is gone, a star shows up. So all the cards are as if they have a star on them. Or they might, if they already have a star on them, it will be as if they have 2 stars on them for scoring purposes. And in this game, you can even score on here. It comes with one of those grease pencils to keep track on this board. But you can score any way you want. When 2 piles are gone completely, the game is over, and whoever has the highest score is the winner. All right. So this game is, like we said, trading. The game is every game is going to be different because you're not sure what 2 combos you'll get out there. But essentially in this game, as you roll the dice and you see the chips and then you can trade with stuff, you're essentially trying to find the best loop.
Yep, where you're passing through, trading this for this, trading this for this, and look how many more chips I have that I can buy stuff.
Right. And so the game can slow down to a crawl as each player is really sitting there going, okay, I gotta find it. Okay, there. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you know the perfect loop. And at that point, to me, the game isn't as interesting anymore because you kind of found it. Now you're just rolling dice and playing it out. I also think because of that, I think the game plays best with 2 players, actually. This 6-player stuff is nonsense.
I agree.
Way too long before your turn comes up again. You roll dice and then you might as well just go to sleep. Because there's nothing for you to do in your opponent's turn. Nothing they do will change what you do other than they buy the stuff that you want to buy. But you can't control that. So nothing they do. And if they sit there and think for a really long time, you're kind of messed over. You're like, and in a 6-player game, it will take a while. Do you still play this game today?
Not really that much. I mean, obviously, I still have it in my collection, but I don't play it nearly as much as I used to. We used to play it a lot. I mean, growing up, we played this game a lot because it is a very simple trading game. It's basically you look and there's something that equals something, and you could go either way on either one, and that's your whole turn. And then eventually you buy stuff out of the pot. And I feel it's very simple. It teaches you a lot about like worth of something and trading and seeing which ones are rare and trying to trade and get rare things. And obviously you have limits in your hand as well, so you can't just keep trading like crazy madman. And yeah, I still like it. I haven't played it as much. I think, next time I see my sister, I think this is the game that my niece and nephew will like. So I think I might pull it out for them just so they can have a nice simple game to play.
Yeah, Sid Sackson's a genius. Okay, there's no question about that. Sid Sackson would take a mechanism and that no one had thought of before. This is like Bazaar. Oh wow, this is great. Brought something new to the table. The problem I have with Bazaar, and I actually like the game, I just don't love it, I just like it, is that it's just one mechanism. It's that one thing. Trade this for this, trade this for this, trade this for this. And that's interesting. It just doesn't hold my interest that long. And nowadays, I look at this and go, oh, that's cool. So that's part of a bigger game? No, it's the whole game. So I wouldn't mind seeing this, and it has been done before, where there are games where you use this, and there are games that use this trading thing and add it to another game. And I think Bazaar is kind of like, that's cool. Great job, Sid Sackson. You want to play Bazaar? Sure, I'll play it. It's fun. But, it doesn't have a long-lasting value for me. My awesomeness rating for Bazaar would be a 6.
Mine's the same. I give it an awesomeness of 6. I mean, I have the nostalgia factor, but it's not a top shelf game anymore. But it's still fun to play when you pull it out. Obviously, I don't pull it out often, but every once in a while, you want to do a simple racing who could trade better quickly game. That's what it is. Actually,
you're right. A race is a good way to describe it.
The luck of the dice is a lot of the game, because if you get those rare commodities that you could turn into other things quicker, that the luck of the dice really makes a difference in this game.
That's true. I guess I don't mind the luck so much because it kind of balances out over the course of the game.
Exactly. But yeah, it's a moderate game. Not something that you should hunt down that much, but still interesting. And if you like trading and you want something simple that you could play with people who aren't into gaming as much, this is the kind of game you would pull out for someone who's not into gaming, I think.
All right, so that is Bazaar.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.